Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. I'm sure most of you know what the word Schadenfreude is, but just in case there's one or two who don't, it's a German word and it means taking joy at other people's misfortune. And it's that wonderful internally glowing feeling when you think, thank heavens it isn't me, that kind of thing. And that's how I'm feeling right now, because Stephen Flynn, it looks like he's blown it. It looks like Flynn has flipped his lid. He's not very happy at the moment, but his Nat colleagues have basically said to him about his push for the leadership, and I apologise for the swearing, but it's their words, not mine. You fucked it, and that's what his colleagues are sending. One even sent a message calling him a prick. So they know him very well then. But what's happening now is that the SNP are actually orbiting around, circling around, and protecting Audrey Nicoll. Now, Audrey Nicoll is the woman that he wants to replace, so that he can get his behind into a seat in Holyrood, so that he can go and become the leader of the party. But it looks like now he's blown any chance, because there's a lot of people now very unhappy with his tactics. It's backfiring quite spectacularly and ever so quickly. We've been talking about this for the last couple of days and saying that there's people in the party not happy at the fact that not unhappy that he wants to be the leader, you understand. Some don't want him as leader, but most would say they'd be quite happy with him as leader. They're very upset at the way he's attempting to do this, the tactics he's using. But there's notes, there's foul mouthed messages, there's people swearing at him, calling him names, as we've said. And he unveiled these plans where he could get himself to Holyrood, like I say, by ousting an existing SNP candidate. And they're saying that's not the way to do it. Now, I've also said that this will happen a lot because there'll be a lot of ex-MPs wanting to get back into Holyrood in 2026, and they'll be ousting their local SNP candidates. And so this is going to be a regular occurrence, I think. But he said that he would remain an MP for Aberdeen South, even if he won the contest in Holyrood, leading, of course, to accusations of hypocrisy as he was calling out Douglas Ross for the same thing. You know, oh, well, you mustn't do it, but it's okay if I do it. Yeah, okay then, Stephen, you sad man. Anyway, he wants to, say, oust Audrey Nicoll, and now SNP, the groundswell of support from members on the ground, plus local activists and whatever, are supporting Audrey Nicoll, and they're saying they are not going to oust Audrey Nicoll and put him in. And so that's it. He's blown it. When the local party at that level is saying, no, you are not replacing Audrey Nicoll, go and find another constituency, then he knows that it's over. Now, as I say, there's lots of people in his own party very angry with him over his attempts, rather than standing in a constituency where the SNP don't have a sitting MP or MSP, or where there's no candidate as yet. Why don't you do that rather than sit in one that is a surefire win and a parachute into power? Doesn't like it, does he? They don't like it up 'em. But what I think a lot of people don't like is the display of sheer naked ambition. It's like, again, you've got to go back, and it's the Yes Minister, where Jim was going to try and run for being the Prime Minister, and he had to learn the lines like, well, it's not something I've considered, but if my friends and colleagues suggest that I would, that kind of thing. So what you're doing is you're saying, yes, you'd like the job without saying that you want the job. He's not. He's like, I want that job. I'm going to do anything. I will slit the throat of children to get to that job. And that's what he's doing. And it's angered people. And it looks like he may have completely blown it entirely. Now, Emma Roddick, she's an MSP. She took to X and said this, and that's why I have to read, so bear with me. She said, party members set the rule for good reasons, talking about not being able to sit in two houses. Said, rightly, Douglas Ross was criticised for holding the 2 roles consecutively. And I hope Stephen Flynn rethinks. Can't imagine spending half my time in London being a good MSP. Sorry, half my time in London and being a good MSP. Key that rules to everyone equally, men and women. And of course, it's now been pointed out that the first letter in each sentence spells out the word prick. Yes. According to The Sun, sources close to Roddick confirmed it was deliberate, with a Scottish Tory joking, it doesn't take Alan Turing to break this code. Well done. So, yes, looks at it's all over for Flynn. Deary me, what a shame. These people are just outright shameless power whores, aren't they? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Screw the rules. Screw what's good for people. Screw what's good for my constituents. Now, if he continues, he's got to find another constituency, hasn't he? But given the debacle over this one, is any other constituency going to be willing to take him on? You can't alienate people and expect them to help you. So he might go, oh, I'll try the next, the constituency next door. That may be the constituency next door is a surefire Labour win, say. They should make him stand and lose. Just to show. And, why should a local association who's worked very closely with their candidate for a long time, good relationship, good history, he knows the area, he knows the people, why should that person be ousted just to get Stephen Flynn in? Surely, if they need him to be leader, the easiest rule to change would be the rule that says a leader of the party must be at Holyrood rather than at Parliament, Westminster. Surely that would be the easier rule to change without alienating half the activists in your party and half the support of your party. Or is it just me? I guarantee, though, Joanna Cherry will be sitting there today with a huge smile on her face, supping a latte, reading the paper, and just grinning from ear to ear, because they stopped her from doing this back when you could do it. And it was Nippy who brought in the rule to say you can't, because Nippy hated Joanna Cherry. That's the trouble with the SNP, though, isn't it? It's just filled with a bunch of people that absolutely loathe each other. Cracking fun. Anyway, I'm just very, very pleased for Stephen Flynn screwing it up so badly. And all I just say is, go Team Audrey. Well done. I don't know Audrey Nicoll. I've never met Audrey Nicoll. I don't know what she's like. But you've got to support Audrey over what they call the prick. Anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks very much. Bye.